Welcome to our channel, where we dive deep into the psychology of human behavior and communication. In today's video, we'll be revealing 3 powerful messages that they simply can't resist. These are proven strategies to make sure you're never ignored again, whether it's about deepening connections, sparking interest, or getting the response you've always wanted. These key phrases will work wonders if you're ready to master the art of captivating communication. Stay tuned, because this video is a game. Let's get started. Lesson 3 messages they cannot resist. Never be ignored again. Introduction: the power of unforgettable messages. In today's hyper-connected world, we're bombarded with countless messages every day, from text messages to emails and social media posts. Standing out and ensuring your communication resonates with someone on a personal and emotional level can be a challenge, whether you're trying to deepen a relationship, get someone's attention, or make a memorable impression. How you craft and deliver your message can make all the difference. This lesson is designed to help you master the art of communicating in a way that captures attention and ensures you're never ignored again. We'll explore 3 key types of messages that trigger emotional responses, create intrigue, and build connection. By the end of this lesson, you'll know the psychological principles that make these messages irresistible and how to apply them effectively in your own life. Section 1: Understanding why messages get ignored. Before we delve into the specifics of crafting irresistible messages, it's essential to understand why so many messages get ignored in the first place. With an overwhelming amount of information to process, people tend to filter out anything that doesn't immediately resonate with them. Here are some of the most common reasons why messages fail to grab attention. Lack of personalization. People want to feel that you are speaking to them directly, not just sending a generic message. When a message lacks personal relevance, it gets overlooked. Personalization shows that you care and have put thought into your communication. Absence of emotional appeal. Emotions drive human behavior. Messages that fail to tap into an emotional core are often dismissed. If your message doesn't make someone feel something, whether it's curiosity, excitement, or empathy, it's more likely to be ignored. Poor timing. Timing is critical. A perfectly crafted message sent at the wrong time can be overlooked. Understanding when your recipient is most receptive to communication is key to ensuring your message is seen and valued. Generic or unoriginal in a world filled with repetitive phrases and overused cliches. A message that lacks creativity or originality will likely be filtered out as just another text. People respond to messages that feel fresh, interesting, or unique understanding. These pitfalls will set the stage for crafting the 3 irresistible messages that not only avoid these common mistakes, but also captivate the recipient section. 2. The first message. The mystery message, the first type of message we'll discuss, is what I like to call the mystery message. This type of message plays on the human tendency to crave resolution to incomplete information. When you present someone with just enough information to spark their curiosity, but leave them hanging, their mind works over time to fill in the gaps. The psychology of curiosity. Curiosity is a powerful motivator. When someone receives a message that piques their curiosity, their brain enters a state of anticipation. The need to resolve this gap in knowledge can make your message impossible to ignore. Psychologists call this the information gap theory. Essentially, when people become aware of a gap between what they know and what they want to know, they feel compelled to close that gap. Crafting the mystery message. A mystery message is simple in its structure. You want to provide a hook just enough to intrigue the recipient, but without giving away all the details. Here are a few examples. I just thought of something that will change the way you see topic, but I'm not sure you're ready for it. Yet, there's something I've been meaning to tell you, but I'll wait until the time is right. I just learned something really interesting about you. but I wonder if I should share it. These messages work because they play on the recipient's curiosity by introducing an element of the unknown. You create a psychological need for them to seek out more information, which leads to a response using the mystery message in real-life scenarios. The mystery message is incredibly versatile and can be used in a variety of contexts, whether you're trying to get a romantic partner's attention, spark a conversation with a colleague, or re-engage someone who has been unresponsive. Timing is crucial here, as you want to ensure that your mystery is relevant and builds enough curiosity without overplaying your hand. The key takeaway for this message is that humans are naturally driven to seek answers by creating an information gap. You leverage this tendency and make it harder for your message to be ignored. Section 3, the complement message. The second message that cannot be ignored is the complement message, but not just any compliment. There's an art to crafting compliments that resonate deeply and feel authentic, compliments that focus on specific qualities or traits, particularly those that align with a person's self-image or things they are proud of, have a much higher chance of making an impact. The science of compliments and their impact. Compliments have a unique psychological effect. When someone receives a compliment, it triggers a release of dopamine, the feel-good chemical in the brain. This positive emotional response not only makes the recipient feel good, but also creates a connection between you and the person you're complimenting. Compliments can be particularly effective because they fulfill a basic human need for validation and recognition. However, generic compliments often get dismissed. For example, saying, "You look nice," might be appreciated, but it's unlikely to stand out or create a lasting impression. On the other hand, a well-crafted, personalized compliment taps into the core of who a person is, making it irresistible, crafting the perfect compliment to ensure your compliment is meaningful and hard to ignore. It needs to be specific. The more specific your compliment, the more personal it feels, rather than "you're smart." Say, "I really admire the way you solve problems with such creative solutions." Authentic people can sense when compliments are genuine versus when they're just flattery. Make sure your compliment is something you truly believe, about the person focused on character. Compliments about someone's character or personality often resonate more deeply than those about appearance, complimenting someone's resilience. Generosity or intelligence can make a stronger impact. Examples of irresistible compliments include, "I've always been impressed by your ability to stay calm in stressful situations. It's something I really admire. The way you handle challenges with such grace is truly inspiring. You have an incredible talent for making everyone around you feel heard and valued when and how to use the compliment message." The compliment message is most effective when it's unexpected. Complimenting someone when they least expect it, such as in a casual conversation or even through a simple text, can catch them off guard and make them feel genuinely appreciated. This can be a powerful tool in both personal relationships and professional settings. Section 4, the empowerment message. The third message that is impossible to ignore is the empowerment message. This type of message taps into the universal human desire to feel empowered, motivated, and capable. It's about showing the person that you see their potential, believe in them, and encourage their growth. Why empowerment works at the core of human motivation is the need for self-actualization, the desire to achieve one's fullest potential. Messages that empower someone tap into this need by offering encouragement, support, or recognition of their abilities. These types of messages are hard to ignore because they speak directly to a person's desire for growth and fulfillment. Empowerment messages also build trust and rapport. When you empower someone, you position yourself as someone who's invested in their success, making them more likely to value your relationship and keep you top of mind. How to craft empowerment messages. An empowerment message should be encouraging. Let the person know that you believe in their ability to achieve their goals or overcome challenges. Future-focused empowerment. Messages work best when they focus on the potential for growth or achievement in the future. Personalized, like compliments. Empowerment messages should feel personal and specific to the individual's unique strengths or circumstances. Examples of empowerment messages include, "I know you're going to do amazing things. You have the talent and drive to make it happen. You've already overcome so much, and I have no doubt you'll succeed in whatever comes next. Your potential is limitless. I can't wait to see what you'll achieve in the future," using empowerment messages. Effectively, empowerment messages can be particularly useful when someone is facing a challenge or is at a crossroads in their life. By offering encouragement and belief in their abilities, you position yourself as a source of support, making it nearly impossible for them to ignore your message. The mystery message in romantic relationships. The mystery message is a great tool to spark interest and intrigue in romantic relationships, especially in the early stages when you're trying to build excitement or rekindle it over time. Humans are naturally drawn to novelty, and maintaining an element of mystery can keep the relationship dynamic and exciting. Example, you're texting someone you've been dating casually. Keep the momentum going. Without coming across as too forward, you might say, "I just discovered something that reminded me of you, but I'll wait to tell you in person. It's too good to share over text. I've been thinking about something that might surprise you, but I'll keep you guessing for now." These types of messages will keep the other person engaged and wondering what's next, compelling them to respond and look forward to your next interaction timing. And context. New relationships when you're still getting to know each other. Use mystery messages sparingly. Too much mystery, too soon, can come across as evasive. Strike a balance between sharing and withholding to keep things playful. Long-term relationships, in established relationships, mystery messages can reignite curiosity and passion. Use them to introduce an element of surprise in your routine conversations, keeping the relationship fresh and exciting. The compliment message in professional settings. In professional settings, compliments can be powerful tools for building rapport and solidifying strong working relationships. However, they need to be handled with care to ensure they come across as professional, and sincere compliments should be focused on professional abilities, skills, and contributions rather than personal traits. Example, you want to acknowledge a colleague's contribution during a project meeting. You could say, "The way you handled that client negotiation was really impressive. Your calm under pressure set a great example for the team. I've always admired your leadership skills, but today's presentation really showcased your ability to inspire confidence in others." These types of compliments not only make the recipient feel appreciated, but also position you as someone who recognizes and values others. Contributions, timing, and context during or after a major project. Complimenting someone's performance during high-press moments can leave a lasting impact. Casual office, conversations, compliments don't always have to be formal. A quick compliment during casual conversations can build camaraderie and trust the empowerment. Message in friendships. Friendships often thrive on support and encouragement, making the empowerment message a natural fit in these relationships. Friends look to each other for validation, advice, and motivation, and an empowering message can help strengthen the bond and deepen your connection. Example, your friend is about to start a new job or embark on a challenging project, and you want to offer support. You might say, "You've got this. I've seen how hard you've worked, and I know you'll excel at this. I'm so proud of how far you've come. Keep pushing. You're going to achieve incredible things." These messages of empowerment not only reinforce your friend's belief in themselves, but also show that you're genuinely invested in their success timing and context during milestones or transitions. Offer empowerment messages when your friend is going through a life change, such as starting a new job, moving to a new city, or navigating a difficult situation. in moments of doubt. Empowerment messages can be especially impactful when your friend is feeling insecure or unsure about themselves. Your words can provide the confidence boost they need to keep moving forward. Common mistakes to avoid when sending these messages. While these 3 types of messages are designed to be irresistible, there are common pitfalls that can make them less effective or even backfire. Let's explore some of the mistakes to avoid when using these powerful communication strategies. Overuse of the mystery message. One of the biggest mistakes people make with the mystery message is using it too often. If every interaction is shrouded in mystery, it can come across as manipulative or insincere. People need a balance between curiosity and transparency. If you create too much mystery, it may cause frustration rather than intrigue. How to avoid it? Use the mystery message sparingly, especially in new relationships. Make sure that when you do reveal the answer to your mystery, it's worth the anticipation you've built up. Giving insincere compliments that don't feel genuine, are easy to spot and can undermine your credibility. People can sense when they're being flattered for the sake of it, and this can lead to distrust. Sincere compliments should come from a place of authentic appreciation and admiration. How to avoid it? Only compliment when you genuinely mean it. Don't compliment just to gain favor. Focus on traits or actions that you truly value in the other person. The more specific and authentic, the better empowering. Without actionable support, empowerment messages are meant to motivate and inspire, but if they're not accompanied by actual support or actionable advice, they can come across as empty platitudes. Simply telling someone you can do it may not be enough if they don't feel they have the tools or support to succeed. How to avoid it? Follow up your empowerment message with actionable advice, encouragement, or offer of support. Tailor your empowerment message to the specific challenges the person is facing. Acknowledge their struggles while reinforcing their strengths. Section 7. The long-term impact of these messages. Consistently using mystery, compliment, and empowerment messages can have a profound impact on your relationships, both personal and professional. These messages build trust, intrigue, and connection. 3 pillars of effective communication. Strengthening personal relationships by sending messages that tap into curiosity, validation, and empowerment. You are signaling to the other person that you truly see them. This type of communication deepens emotional bonds and fosters intimacy, building professional rapport in a professional setting. Mastering these types of messages can help you stand out as a leader and a colleague who is both insightful and supportive. Complimenting colleagues and empowering team members create a positive work environment, increasing collaboration, and trust, becoming a more effective communicator. Overall, mastering these messages makes you a more effective communicator by understanding the psychological principles that make people respond: curiosity, validation, and motivation. You are better equipped to communicate in a way that resonates with others. Conclusion: crafting messages that leave a lasting impression. The 3 types of messages, mystery, compliment, and empowerment, are grounded in universal psychological principles. They work because they tap into core human desires, the need for curiosity, validation, and growth. By mastering these messages, you ensure that your communication leaves a lasting impression, makes others feel seen and valued, and encourages deeper connections as you go forward. Remember that timing, authenticity, and context are key. The more thoughtfully you craft and deliver your messages, the more likely you are to stand out, be remembered, and never be ignored again. Next steps: start applying these message types in your day-to-day interactions. Reflect on how each type of message impacts your relationships and which ones resonate the most. Practice finding the right balance between mystery, compliment, and empowerment for different scenarios. By consistently applying these principles, you'll become a master communicator, capable of captivating attention and building meaningful connections both personally and professionally. It's impossible for her to ignore you, after receiving these 3 WhatsApp messages. Chances are you're one of those guys who sends a message to a girl only for it to either be read or ignored for days on end. You struggle to establish a meaningful conversation because she responds with short closed answers that do nothing to fuel a deeper dialogue. If this sounds like you and you've been getting these cold, uninterested replies, then this is the perfect video for you. Hi, my name is Sophia Monroe, and in today's video, I'm going to reveal 3 secret WhatsApp messages that when you send them to a woman, she'll respond right away. Stick around until the end. Because the last message is one that no woman can possibly ignore. Let's begin with messages that spark her curiosity. Here's a quick lesson on curiosity and why it's so powerful when something triggers your curiosity. Your brain enters what we call a state of curiosity. First, the areas of the brain sensitive to discomfort light up, indicating that you're feeling uneasy because you recognize there's something you don't know next. The regions responsible for learning and memory kick in helping you absorb and retain information more effectively. At this point, you're primed to start seeking answers, and when you begin learning new facts, while in this state of curiosity, something even more interesting happens. Your brain's reward system gets activated. That's right, your brain rewards you for being curious by releasing dopamine, making you feel happier. Curiosity is a natural part of being human. So being able to spark curiosity in a woman whose attention you're trying to capture is key. When she's curious, she'll want to know more. But keep in mind that you'll need to find clever ways to keep the conversation going after satisfying that initial curiosity, or she'll quickly revert to cold, brief replies, and the conversation will die just as fast as it started. For example, you could send something like, "You won't believe what you were doing in my dream last night." Just leave that message hanging there. I bet she'll reply, asking what the dream was about. Bingo. You've got her attention. Now that you have it, you can stretch it out a bit. Don't tell her about the dream right away, but use the opportunity to steer the conversation towards something deeper that keeps her engaged long after you've shared the dream. Now, I'm not teaching you to lie, but whether you made the dream up or it's something that actually happened, be careful not to turn her off with what you say. For instance, if she's someone you barely know, the last thing she probably wants to hear is a guy talking about an intimate dream involving her when she doesn't see you that way. So get creative with your dream and use it as a springboard to pull her into a deeper conversation. Trust me, women are curious, and if you can successfully spark that curiosity through a message, you'll get a reply. It works every time next. Send messages that create anticipation. You need to find the best way to make her look forward to something that's about to happen. For example, you could say, "I know your birthday is coming up next month. I've got a really interesting idea I think you'd like to hear." Or you could send a message like, "Hey, I was at the mall the other day and something reminded me of you, so I bought it. I was thinking, when are you free so I can give you your gift?" I'm sure the next message you'll get from her will be something like a "thank you. You got me a gift." W, what is it? Hook, line, and sinker. Go ahead. My man, just go ahead. This is the moment when you can get her more engaged than she normally would be, because you've successfully created a sense of anticipation. Depending on how well you frame your message, very few women can resist the urge to stay involved and find out what they're waiting for or what this big idea or gift could be. So take a moment to think and come up with creative ways to build anticipation in the WhatsApp messages. You send one more example, maybe a final one. You could send something like, "If you agree to go out with me this Friday, guess where I'll take you." I bet you've never been there straight to the point. You're triggering her curiosity while building up anticipation for something imminent, and she'll become a little more communicative if it's something she genuinely wants to do. Once you've mastered the art of sending messages that create anticipation, you'll be more than successful in getting immediate replies from women. Finally, the last WhatsApp messaging secret. I think you should master when it comes to women you've just met, or even those you've known for a while. is offering genuine compliments. And I'm not necessarily talking about compliments on her physical appearance, as that can be a turn-off for some women depending on who they are. I'm talking about compliments that go beyond looks and touch on who she is as a person. For example, if she's a corporate woman or an entrepreneur, depending on her field offer, compliments that appreciate her mind, a way of thinking and the way she takes charge. Avoid, for now, compliments that are solely about her body or appearance, as this can come across as offensive, again, depending on the type of woman you're dealing with. Think about it. Who doesn't enjoy a nice compliment? And when people compliment you, you naturally feel compelled to respond. While it might not lead to an entire conversation, it'll at least get you an almost immediate reply from that woman who previously seemed difficult to reach. So stay sharp and think fast, because there are so many ways to catch a woman's attention. Through WhatsApp messages, as I've listed. These are the top 3. In my opinion, if you have other tips you'd like to add to this list, feel free to drop them in the comments below, and I'll be sure to respond to you as well. Inclusion. Unlock the power of irresistible communication. Mastering the art of communication is one of the most valuable skills you can develop through the use of the mystery message, the compliment message, and the empowerment message. You now have a toolkit designed to make your words more impactful and engaging. Each of these message types taps into universal human desires, curiosity, validation, and encouragement, creating an emotional connection that compels people to respond by using the mystery message. You introduce an element of intrigue, drawing others in with anticipation and excitement. The compliment message validates and recognizes their worth, creating a sense of appreciation and connection. And with the empowerment message, you inspire confidence and motivate others to rise to their full potential. Deepening the bond you share. The key to success with these messages lies in understanding their timing and context. When used thoughtfully and authentically, they can elevate your personal and professional relationships, helping you stand out as someone who communicates with purpose and intent. However, overuse or insincerity can undermine their effectiveness. So always approach these techniques with genuine interest and care. Ultimately, mastering these communication strategies enables you to leave a lasting impression, ensuring that you are never ignored again as you apply these messages in your life. You'll discover their transformative power in building trust, strengthening relationships, and becoming a more captivating communicator.